impact of AI and semantic engineering on SEO, search engine optimization. Our keynote speaker for today, Dr. Tuhin Banik, he's a founder with THATWARE. So can we have a big round of applause for him joining in as a keynote speaker?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tuhin, and today I'll be going to speaking about what is the impact of artificial intelligence in the field of SEO and how one can leverage with the help of semantic engineering. Now, before digging deep, let me first tell what semantic means and why you should care about the semantics. So, first of all, if you see this chart, then you would find that in the last decade and also in more 10 years to come, there has been a rapid prediction that like the use of artificial intelligence would be quite vast, and most importantly, the global CAGR would rise by near about 11.4% in the next 10 years. Now, also, if you see this thing, the trend line for other channel marketings are declining, like the socials, the email marketings, and also like even I have just put in just 3 of them, but if you consider other marketing channels as well, they are also on the downtrendward. But the thing is, more people are like having websites every now and then, and this is giving an immense competition on the web that people needs to be more focused on having a properly optimized website. Now this really leads to a confusion that with more rising websites, search engines like Google, DuckDuckGo, Yahoo, and Bing, they are pretty much confused that who would be the best and who can really stand out in the crowd. Now the thing is, in this era, the only websites that would be ranked would be the one that can really satisfy the intent of the end consumer, and satisfying the intent is what we typically known as the semantics. So semantics involves understanding of or like understanding of what your audience needs, and typically cater to dedicated solutions so that you can really have a best user experience. So let us just go back in the trend line. So at first, everyone used to think that everything was based on keywords, backlinks, this and that. Like if I have like a lot of keywords stuffed into the pages, or if I have a lot of backlinks, then this can really help us. But once again, with rapid rise of lot of websites with every passing day, and in fact, after the COVID, there has been a growth of near about more than 700,000 websites are being live every single day, and that is just from the tier 1 countries, as per statistics from Statista. So the problem is that 15% of the everyday queries are new for Google itself. Like even Google does not know what they will be seeing, because 15% of the overall queries are just new, and even famous search engines like Google also do not have an idea that what they will be. Now, the problem is that, so here is a screenshot. As you can see that Google changes more than 12 algorithms in a single day. Now, the reason why this is problematic is because like no one can really cope up with this changing algorithm. So if you really want to be proactive, then this can drain a lot of your bandwidth. This can like put a lot of pressure on your resources, and most importantly, this can really affect your overall online running business, because like no one can really step forward and keep up to date with 12 changing algorithms in a single day. So now the thing is that with this rising competition, it's becoming tougher for business to keep up with the changing algorithms, and also one needs to satisfy the intent of their end user as well. Now this is where like Google have launched their semantic in understanding the mode of intent behind their particular landing page. Now here's an example. So the thing is, if you see this one, you'd see that like classiest watch, like this website is ranking on first page. But the thing is, if you do, like if you even check this particular keyword, this keyword is nowhere mentioned on the landing page or even on the content, but still that is ranking on the first. Now this is one of the example that proves that if you really need to, if you really want to be number one, or if you really want to step in and like make an edge over your competition, then having the old school strategies would not work anymore, because Google would definitely, and this is not even for Google, but any search engines, they would be giving promising rewards to only the websites that can really prove promising in terms of providing value, and this is what we normally call as semantics. Now we will go through some shortcut strategies that you can deploy. So the first one is voice search optimization. In fact, I'll give you a common example. Like, there has been a rising trend by the way people are using voice search. In fact, today morning when I was about to get here, so I was pretty much confused because there were 2 Swiss Garden hotels, and I just opened Apple Siri and I just told where I can, like, show me the direction for Swiss Garden Hotel. And the reason is quite simple. The reason is humans are becoming too lazy to even search. Like, who would take out a phone, open Google, search? So the thing is, voice search is rising, and with more days passing by, voice search is becoming more common, and one really needs to improve on voice search as well. So the ideal protocol for optimizing a voice search is to, like, declare entity. It's quite simple. If you open Google and if you just write Apple, so Google would also understand that Apple is a fruit, and Google would also understand that Apple is what we call iPhone, Mac, tablet, iPads, and everything. Because the brand Apple has successfully declared themselves as an entity, because Google knows that Apple is a brand, and this is why this stands out. Similarly, you can also like declare Google about your business brand, that we are a brand and we are an entity. So it's quite simple. So the right-hand side screenshot, it's known as structured data. So I have just given the like a glimpse of it, but what you can do is you can just maybe discuss with your developers and tell them that once they designs a structured markup language for any websites, then doesn't matter if you're from a B2B or a B2C or even an e-commerce, but if you can declare or if you can make your business a type of an entity, then that can help search engines to understand more about your business, because establishing as a brand is the next big factor, and this is something that can really help in leveraging the voice search as well, because in voice search, like, search engines are very smart in understanding which is a brand they needs to stand out. So this is, by the way, how a proper structured markup would look like. So you can feed in more information. By the way, for the people who are wondering what is a structured markup language, so this is nothing but just a markup language that can be put on a website, which can provide a lot of additional information about your business towards this search engine, so that they can just have a rapid scan. It's more like if you're visiting an event today, it's more like the agenda or the booklet. Like, okay, today I'm going to hear this keynote sessions, and this is what I'm going to take away from this particular event. So this is just like that. This is about what your business does, which location does it serves, what are your best-selling products, whom do you service, and what are your main unique selling propositions, and so on. It can be really lengthy. I have just given you some basic things over the screen due to the limitation, but this can be, like, the more creative you can be. For example, if someone is running like a food shop, then they can also embed the menus, like, in the description. So this is just like that. This is about what your business does, which location does it serves, what are your best-selling propositions, and so on. It can be really lengthy. I have just given you some basic things over the screen due to the limitation, but this can be, like, the more creative you can be. For example, if someone is running like a food shop, then they can also embed the menus, their reviews from the customers, or any or any testimonials from anyone's food bloggers or something like that. So this was one of the results that we have done for one of the campaign, just by deploying the voice search, just by declaring structured markup language of what their business is all about, and this can really like push your campaign by a good amount of number. Okay, so the next algorithm is LDA. So I'll just make it very simple. So the screenshot that you are seeing, this is directly from Google's patent. Google have patented this technology almost like 6 to 7 years back. So the purpose of this algorithm is to understand the relevancy signal of what is your relevancy compared to your competitors. Now this is the simplest example or explanation I can give you. Now how this works is pretty simple. So like first of all, like you need to choose which target URL you want to aim for, the focus keyword, and the bunch of your competitors, like whomsoever your competitors can be. So then what would happen is, like, I have not put in the code over here, but if you run this algorithm, maybe you can just Google that thing out. So if you run that AI driven algorithm, so that can scan all of the competitors and that can give you more suggestion that if you like re-optimize your content depending upon certain criteria, then this can bypass your competitors in terms of proving proper relevancy. So the main highlight over here is proper relevancy, because if your website is having good relevance order, then yes, that would stand out in the crowd. So here are some other like basic algorithms over here. So for example, the cosine similarity on the top left corner. So that stands for, as the name suggests, like it predicts the similarity score, like what is the similarity of like how much genuine your business are. LDA topic modeling is like how much proper order of your products. It's mostly goes for the e-commerce, like if you guys have seen Amazon, like Amazon is really good in like making and managing their products. Their products will not intertangle with each other, so that they can maintain a proper hierarchy. TF-IDF stands for mostly it stands for like what is the leverage of the engagement that you are providing in terms of your visitors. CORA is like the correlation that you can draw, and there are a few other algorithms as well. Okay, now a few short notes about leveraging semantics in SEO campaign. So the thing is, if you see, like, the thing is, whenever someone wants to launch an online campaign, like 99% of the time people like research ideal keyword. Like, okay, if I, like, maybe if I own this hotel, so my ideal keywords can be people who are coming to Malaysia for staying for a few nights, or maybe someone who is coming for business events, or like arranging some conference, or like having a gala dinner maybe in the evening. But the thing is that the most common principality that majority of the people misses out is the customer journey mapping. So the thing is, instead of just focusing on what would be your business keyword, you can actually focus on the entire journey that the customer would actually do. For example, at first they're like creating an awareness, like why you should have that keyword, why, like it should start out in why, then it should have an interest, then it should ignite a desire, and lastly an action. So normally people focuses on the action keyword, like best hotel in Malaysia, like or in Kuala Lumpur, or best place to have a dinner. So these all are action-packed keywords, but people normally misses out the before steps, because people think that like if we just focus on what can give us the business, that's the best solution, which is true in some extent. But the thing is, if you can really design, like, okay, like what are the things to do in Malaysia that can create an awareness, then for the interest segment, it's like what are the fun items that you can do in just a single day in Kuala Lumpur or in Desire. It can be why your visit to Malaysia should be worth, and then this can be hotels in Kuala Lumpur. So this way, how a proper customer journey mapping should be done, and this can be for any single campaign. So here I have given like a real life example of a campaign known as Diwar's Garage. These guys have a garage business, and if you guys can see, the screenshot is not really good enough, but this is how it can be done. And in fact, you can also, like if you have some after recording, you can also hear from the example of this particular hotel that I have just given. So, so once again, if someone is into the e-commerce, then this model also goes first informational, then navigational, then customer investigation, then transactional. So pretty much if you're having an e-commerce segment, people normally starts with some of the keywords like pricing, purchase, order, coupon, buy, and lots more. But you can include a lot more about the information, the navigational, the customer journey, and so on. And it's quietly valid for any kind of e-commerce campaign, sometimes into the B2C, but mostly for the e-commerce. Okay, now here is an ideal targeting practice that can even leverage your semantics more. Once again, the chance for search engines to understand about your intent in a more precise manner. So now, why I'm saying this? The reason I'm saying this is because I'll give you a real life example. So like few months ago, I was searching on the web for a good protein shake from some company from South Korea, and like once I landed on a particular landing page, like I was a ready customer. My intent was I will find a protein shake and I'll just buy that. But once I did a Google search, I just saw the top result, and once I entered into that particular thing, I was seeing that it was full of blog like why protein shake is important, what it can do. So the thing was, I was not even interested to even read all those things, because I had the mentality that, okay, I will buy and I don't have time to read all the blogs and other things. And similarly can work vice versa. Suppose you are planning to buy a protein shake, maybe in some months, maybe you have started going into the gym, and you are planning to have a protein shake after a few months. In that case, that blog could be the solution that can give you the trust, like why you should take protein shake on your daily meals and so on. So this outlines the proper targeting, like any informational can be targeted to the blog post pages. Like if you want to give some information to your end user, then make sure that you are targeting them to the blog pages, not into the sales page. That never works. If you are trying to target some commercial investigation, I mean comparison, like if you're going to buy a Tesla, then if you want to compare between Tesla and Honda, suppose. So any kind of comparison can be targeted into the reviews, comparisons, or the landing pages. And last but not the least, the transactional, the pages that can give you an immediate monetary benefit. That can be your product category or service or consultants or whatsoever would be the pages. So this would be an ideal, like how an ideal targeting should look like for sorry, for any universal campaign. So I'll go to the previous slide once. So the thing is that almost a few months back, I had another keynote session in Australia. Now, someone asked me, now this slide was new, so someone asked me, like, does this really correlate with any ranking? Like, will you be getting any kind of immediate ranking benefits? Now here I'll say one thing, that it's not working. Okay, so the thing is, first of all, once again, this is a patent from Google that is owned by Google, and obviously Google follows this mechanism. Now, the thing is, here is a proper filtration, like how they understand the query, how they process that, and how they gives the output. Now, here I have marked as red line, like once they get some information, they run their machine learning algorithm. One of them is LDA, so there is thousands of parameters, but one of them was LDA. Like they really want to understand what is your relevancy compared to the competitors of your marketplace, uh, like how much value you are providing to your customers, and can you be the one-stop solution for your customer. It means if like as a user, if I'm looking for something, if your website is giving me the end solution for all of my thoughts. Now, this proves that if you really leverage semantics well enough, if you really can provide, like gone are the days where people just about to think about bounce rate, like okay, I have a healthy bounce rate, my job is done. No, the thing is, if user is spending time on your website, then are the user really getting some benefit out of that? And Google, Bing, any other like search engines are more smarter in actually calculating how much value you're providing to them. So engagement, relevancy, understanding the intent would be the next big factor in the field of online marketing, and someone who who excels them can really stand out in the crowd in this race of the online journey. So um, so these are just some of the codes. I'll just skip because uh, okay. So like few last thing I'll be going to say is like rank brain schema. Now what rank brain means is rank brain really stands for how well you are declaring your business in form of a schema. Now schema is once again a structured language, so it's the technical name for the same. So it means like how you are feeding search engines with the rightful amount of information. It's not like you just bombard them with tons of information that even is not relevant. So it's more about what your business does, just like this structured data, what your business does, how you're unique, what value you're giving. But the only difference is that here you can give well descriptions about uh, what pain point are you solving for your particular thing. Doesn't matter whichsoever industry you are in, you're from an e-commerce, B2B, B2C, or even a direct to consumer. But if you're solving a particular pain point in this society, you would be standing out in the crowd. Sentiment analysis is once again, it's just like how Twitter or formerly X work, how much positivity you are creating. Like if your content is having too much of hate speech, that would never rank actually. So it should be more positive, more viable, that should put more sense towards the audience. And trust me, this all can be really calculated by the search engine. So you can work with your developers or your internal team to even run through your content and make sure that your content actually satisfies all of this algorithm. I'll just discuss two over here. So here is one of the last screenshot that we have done all the previous 6 algorithms, and this is for a campaign for Upper Key, and this is the 12-month growth journey that we have achieved for them. So once again, I would like to like end this by saying that the journey and the race of online marketing is happening for real. Even after COVID, once again, 700,000 websites are being live every single day, and that is just from 3-tier countries. Now, if you if you take all the countries in the world, almost 196 countries, you can imagine how many websites are being live. What is the level of the competition? So, if you really want to survive in this, I would say in this giant overflow of websites, then you just need to think about 3 things. The first thing is what value you are providing to your user, why they should even visit and stay on your campaign. The second thing is how relevant your articles, materials, products, services should be with your end user. And last but not the least, how you are solving the intent of the specified region, like what pain points you are solving, what kind of impact or unique selling propositions you are providing to your niche or the domain, and most importantly, how much engaging, like how much user engaging activities you are doing. Because like satisfying the user would be the next big factor, and this can be really a game changer if you are leveraging your business in online marketing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tuhin, for the wonderful keynote address. So, do we have any questions? All right, Esther is all there. Okay.
Thank you so much. It's not, and I'm now going to sound very bragging, it's not often I learn things. This was an absolutely phenomenal presentation.
Thank you.
Number one. Number two is, are you now saying that, because we know tools like SEMrush, working with intent has always been there, are you now saying that keywords are really falling away in some instance, number one? And then number two is, when we are using AI tools, are we then rather searching for content in terms of calendars and prompting with intent as opposed to using a keyword strategy, or is it a combination of?
Okay, so the first thing, first of all, keywords are not falling off. No, it's like you are trying to balance that with more ingredients on the plate. It's like you are trying to make your dish more tasty. So that's what, because the trend is in such a way, like suppose if you are like handling a particular business. Now, there can be thousands of the competitors or your competitors who are even doing the same thing. Now, you should be doing something unique, because this is the era of competition. So you are focusing, let's say you are working with 100 keywords. Your competitors would also be working with those 100 keywords as well. Now, if you just want to make your site more, like you can say more like aromatic, more like flavor, like fresh, then you should optimize the keyword with set of other variables so that they can satisfy the intent. It's not like you just put an exact match keyword and your job is done. So it's like what problem you're solving, what problem that particular content is solving actually. If you're having a particular product, then like you need to go beyond that, what that particular product can do in this society and how this can ignite desire, action, loyalty, trust. Most important thing is trust. So obviously the first answer is keywords are not falling, but it should be refurnished, like refurbished, because the trend is changing in such a way. The second thing is, I would say yes, whenever you use some AI tools, even we use SEMrush, we use Ahrefs, and these tools are great, by the way. But the thing is that if you are working on creating a content strategy, then you should also keep the keywords, you should also keep the content guidelines as well, and you should also keep what can keep your users happy, because what used to happen 5 years back is that people used to focus more on keeping like search engines happy. Like they used to focus more on like providing value to the bots, like how Google can be more happier. Okay, Google would be like, my SEMrush score is decreasing, I'm having a 90 health score in SEMrush, but trust me, these all things does not matter in 2024. All it matters is like, okay, you are good, you are having a good health score, but if you are really providing more value to your user, if they are spending time on your campaign, if they are engaging with your campaign, if they are scrolling, if they are doing a whole lot of activities, and they will do such a thing once their purpose would be really solved. And I think like balancing content with an ideal keyword strategy should be the ultimate game changer, and this can really leverage your business well. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I've got a question, and this is around link building. Previously, there's outreach, guest blogging, and there's forums like back in the day, which is reckoned as like black hat SEO. But fast forward to now, I just want to know what is like the most effective way that one can establish link building, including the impact of AI.
Okay, so the first thing that we normally do is even understanding what your competitors are doing. So we call that phenomenon as link intersect. It's a direct tool that can be even found out from some of the tools like Ahrefs. So they even have functionality if you use the software like the tool Ahrefs. So what they does is like they will show you the most common backlinks of your marketplace. They will even show you any desired like valuable backlinks that a particular computer like are leveraging more. So the first thing is trying a reverse engineering process in where you can get more valuable backlinks than your competitors. So I'll give you an example here. So the first thing is like, let's say xyz.com is one of your competitors, and they are getting 10 backlinks in a month, and those 10 backlinks have an average domain rating of, let's say, 40. So your aim should be, let me get 12 backlinks in a month where my domain rating can be 50 or like a bit more than my competitor. So so the first answer is like the reverse engineering really works now, and not even now, like it also used to work a couple of years back as well, like that, and that is quite healthy, because even Google knows that, okay, like you are doing something that is quite common in the industrial norms, and most importantly, you are doing nothing wrong out here. But the second strategy, what I would really like to leverage over here is like one of the old school technique, which which have actually gone into the vanish mode. Not many people use this, but I do prefer. That is skyscraper technique, which means like if you are producing or like generating some valuable content with factual information, and if you believe that my content is great, it provides the value, it have the right facts, then you can reach out to like some webmasters of your domain or some of the blog portals where you can share your content or information, and they can give you a proper link back. Now, why this is, now you might be wondering why they will even be linking your things out. So the thing is quite simple. The thing is, Google have launched an algorithm back in 2022 named as EE80. That stands for expertise, authority, trust. So Google even gives more weightage to content that even provides some expert opinion, and that is from a trustful source. So even some people might be even looking out for your content. So that is one of the second way. However, apart from all of this, the best thing is to continuously keep your blogs up to date, so that if it ranks out, then you can get a lot of natural backlinks as well. So that really works.
All right, thank you. Do we have one more question from anyone? We can take one more question. All right, thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you.
Tuhin, for kindly stay back in the stage. And can we have a big round of applause for the keynote speaker, Dr. Tuhin Banik.
I will request Ms. Mitali to present certificate of recognition to Dr. Tuhin, who is opening keynote address. Come on guys, huge round of applause for Dr. Tuhin.